but welcome to my channel. We're doing this tutorial today. I really like the eyeshadow look. It is just so smoky and dark. It's different for me because I don't typically wear looks like this, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it makes my eyes pop. I don't know, I really like it. So make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave. Hope we reach a goal of 1,000 subscribers. Hit my notification bell so you know when I upload, and give us a big thumbs up, and let's get started. Start with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This one is in the shade Cream. I have really been enjoying this. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell. It's not a very big dip, but there is a dip in this, which makes me very, very happy. I find that it works best if you warm it up with your finger first. If you go in just straight with a brush, it's not gonna work very well. That's just my own personal experience. It's just not going to, I don't know, transfer very well. I find that it's kind of hard and stiff, but I actually kind of like that. It doesn't move around on the eyes. I know that this has had some mixed reviews online, and I actually quite like it. I do think I prefer the putty blush to the primer, but we'll see. I haven't tried the bronzer yet. I really want to, but the shade that I was interested in was sold out at Ulta, so I think I'm gonna wait until it's restocked, just because bronzer is one of those things I feel like you have like a preference and you kind of stick to it a little bit. So just put that on. Let me grab my brushes here. I always forget to grab them before I sit down, and I'm sitting here like, wait. All of my eyeshadow brushes or my makeup brushes just fell onto the floor, so after I get done filming I'll have to pick them up before my cats decide to eat them, but that's a problem for after this video is done. So this is the ColourPop Blow-In Smoke. I haven't actually used this. I've been saving this palette for specifically this video, just because I thought the tones in here were perfect. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take the shade Stone Face, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna use that as my transition color today. I can't believe all my brushes just fell. No! That's so upsetting to me. This palette is always sold out online, like always on ColourPop's website. Like they literally always sell out of this palette, and it's a gorgeous palette. It's perfect for those dark smoky tones. If those are like the tones you love, you'll really like this. I also feel like that eye primer is looking a little funny today. Like it almost looks more dry than usual, which I'm not entirely sure why. Like that's a relatively new eyeshadow primer to me, and the lid was on tight, but it looks dry and patchy. Also, my eyebrows desperately need done. We're not gonna talk about that. I think I'm gonna have them done this week, but you know, for now. I take Slated, which is this one right here. This palette is so pretty, especially even if you don't have, or you don't wear black, gray, smoky tones like this all the time. I still think this palette would be worth purchasing because it is more affordable, and you know, these types of colors you could pair with anything else. I mean, there's a white in here, there's a black in here. You could just pair this with another palette and, you know, be on your way, essentially, or, you know, partner it with something else. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those palettes that people either love or they hate. I feel like in most declutters that I've seen, people get rid of this palette because they aren't using it, which I do relate to. You know, I've had it for a while, and this is my first time ever playing with this palette. These aren't just colors that I wear all that much, and that's part of the reason I purchased it, because it was different than everything else I had and things like that. So I think, you know, I think that really pretty palette. It has really pretty tones in it. I'm a big fan of the ColourPop formula, so I feel like it's just a nice palette to have. So I'm left with something like this. I think now I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of this. This is the Lorac Pro 2, and this is always my go-to for cool tone looks. And before I had Blowing Smoke, I would have probably only used this palette, but since I hadn't used Blowing Smoke, I needed to use it. But this is what this palette looks like if you haven't seen it. I'm gonna take the shade Charcoal, which is this gray right here. It's just darker slightly than the one in ColourPop, and I'm just trying to very slowly deepen that color just so it doesn't become too much like I got decked in the eye. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna continuously go back in and just blend out with Stone Face, which is what I did when I applied Slated as well. I'm just kind of, you know, blending a little bit here. This shade right here is gorgeous to work with, especially like that, to be that of a light shade of gray. Really pretty. I really do enjoy that. So now I'm going to take this shade and apply it as well in that crease to kind of deepen things up. I don't know if I want to do a black matte or a black with some shimmer in it. I have both options here, and I guess we'll just see. I'm leaning a little bit towards matte, just to kind of keep everything matte and then our face very dewy. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but we'll see how this turns out. I'm just kind of winging it here for now. So the one on the bottom is Kylie Cosmetics. This one's ColourPop, and that is a Lorac shade. Truthfully, I kind of like the look of the Lorac one the best, but I'm leaning towards using the Kylie one just because I don't really ever reach for Kylie's products, which sounds terrible because I have, I think, 5 or 6 palettes of Kylie Cosmetics, but I just don't reach for their stuff. I feel like they're okay, but I have other, like I was saying, I have other formulas that I like more to Kylie Cosmetics, so I don't really reach for their stuff really all that much. So I kind of want to use the Kylie one just because I haven't used that palette in a long time, but the Lorac one, in my opinion, looks the best. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Kylie one anyway. So this is the Momager palette. I think it was renamed Kris Jenner. I'm not entirely sure. And then I don't even know if it's still available because of the whole rebranding situation. But this is what it looks like here. It's just like a normal, pretty common cool tone palette. I mean, there's not really any really unique shades in here. I was going to actually declutter this, but the only reason I kept it is because I don't have that many cool tones, and I didn't really, you know, use this all that much, and I still haven't. I haven't really messed with this. So I'm gonna take the shade Does It Come in Black, which is the, let's flip you upside down here, the black shade here. As you can see, this palette looks practically brand new. I just don't ever reach for it. Which is a shame because I bought it, and I actually bought it with the specific intention of doing a certain video that I never actually ended up filming. So it's just been kind of here. I have used it, but not all that much. So I'm gonna pack that on all over my lid. So I'm gonna take the Winky Lux Dream Jelly Hydrator. This is one of my favorite products ever. I know technically it's skincare. It's not technically a primer. Oh my gosh. But I use it as a primer all the time, and a moisturizer. It just is beautiful, okay? It's beautiful, stunning. I love things that are like gel on my dry skin. I don't know what it is, but like my skin loves things that are like this consistency, like the gel, like, oh, it's so nice. If you have dry skin, you need this in your life. It's a little bit more expensive, especially to be from the drugstore, but it is so worth it. And for this look today, I really want to be hydrated. You know, it's a very dramatic look. It's very full on, and I think it would just be beautiful. I don't know. I'm really digging it. I also feel like I kind of look a little crazy, you know, having so much on the upper lid and nothing else on the rest of my face. Maybelline Master Prime and Blur and Illuminate. I don't even know if they make this primer still. Like, so much of my makeup collection is stuff that has been discontinued because I feel like last couple years a lot of brands went through and like discontinued a bunch of stuff that of course I had, but you know, I have it. I'm gonna use it. I do like this primer. I think they have just like a hydrating one now. I'm not actually entirely sure. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is the primer that I'm thinking of. And I do like it. I think I'm gonna do an all drugstore look soon. I haven't done one of those. I'm gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Swan. This is a beautiful foundation. There's a reason why this is so hyped about. Like, it 100% deserves the hype that it has. It is amazing. It's an amazing foundation. I think for a while everyone was using this foundation, and honestly I can see why. It's stunning. Like, it's a beauty to wear and to work with. It's just so good. I really enjoy it. Try this one again. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I do have the original of this, and they're in the same shade, but they're like two completely different colors. Do you see that? But I'm gonna take the hydrating one today and just a little. I do like this concealer. It's really nice. I'm a big fan. Powder, I'm gonna take the Mercier Mineral Finish Powder in the shade number 1. Don't know why. Let's take whatever's in the cap first and just pat pat. Do quite enjoy this powder. It's really, really fine. I'm gonna take the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow, and I'm gonna take the shade Sculpt. This was limited edition. Has been discontinued, but it's one of my favorite products ever. And of course I have it. So I'm gonna use, I have one like loose hair from that brush. I do have it and I'm gonna use it. I think they have like a mini version, but it only has 3 shades in it. I don't think it has like the 6, but like I said, I have this, so this is what I'm using. Take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. This bronzer is one of my favorites, as you can see. I really enjoy this bronzer. I'm going to take that and bronze up the skin. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, especially when I want to be glowy like today. You know, it's just beautiful. It smells beautiful. I want to get some more shades and try their blushes and their highlighters. I've heard really good things from this line by Physicians Formula, but I haven't tried them. I don't know, I just really enjoy this product. It's one of my favorite bronzers ever. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. This is the Burt's Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. I use these blushes all the time. I just really, really enjoy them. They're probably my favorite formula of blush. I just really enjoy the formula. And this color is obviously peach, as the name suggests, but it's not too peach. Like, I do have some nude options as well, and I might go in and mix blushes together because I do have quite a few blushes, but I really do like the Burt's Bees formula. It's one of my favorites, and I wish they had more shades. There's only 5 shades. I wish they had more. Like, I do have all 5, but like, I need more. I need more. I need more. This is the Lorac Light Source Illuminating Highlighter in the shade Daylight. I've been testing this out for a little while. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's not bad by any means. It's just not one that wowed me, and I haven't really been reaching for it. I do really like the Becca ones though, but I'm gonna continue to try this out, you know, give it more of its moment. I like it. It's just not one that, you know, is being reached for over some other things. Like, it's pretty, and I love how I can just keep buffing it into the skin. And then we have some eyebrows that need some serious tweezing, but we'll do that later. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. I haven't really given this a fair chance, and my eyebrows are in desperate need of help. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this because truthfully, I need to do my brows, and I don't think even putting brow product in is really gonna make a difference at this point because I need to do my brows so badly. But you know, that is for future me to worry about. I'm gonna take the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet, put that in my waterline, and then I'm going to blend it out with some of the grays and stuff that we used earlier. I'm not entirely sure, but it's gonna be all the same shades that we used on our upper lid. When I do like the brow bone and everything, we'll come back together for that, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna kind of do it. Okay, my camera is dying. What's new? I'm gonna take the shade Young Love, which is the white in here, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with this shade. My camera is going to die before I can finish. I'm gonna go in with the Lorac Pro, and I'm gonna take the shade Snow, which is this one right here. It's just like a white, shimmery white color. I'm gonna take that and just pop it right there. Coral and Volume Lash Princess by Essence. My camera died, but the only thing I did was I applied the ColourPop falsies in the style Chica, which I think are gorgeous. I don't know if my camera will be able to see them because my eyeshadow is so dark. Is that better? A little side view. So I'm gonna take this. This is the NYX Slip Tease in the shade Last Frontier. I'm a little worried. I haven't used this color before, but this is what we're gonna wear. Really pretty form. I really like these. I got the little mini set a couple years ago for Christmas, and I really enjoy them. I will never go through a full lipstick, like, ever, and I always get this on my teeth. Lipstick on your teeth. It's like it's a thing over here on my channel, but I do really like them. They have like a slight minty scent to them, and they kind of have like a minty tingle, but it's not plumping, or at least I don't notice any plumping, and it doesn't actually like hurt, and it doesn't last. It's just like when you first initially put it on. But I love them. There's so many cool colors. There's like a blue one that I have, and I really want to use it. I also really want to try this green. I've never used it. This is in the shade On the Hunt, and it's literally green. Like, it's such a cool color, and I've never used it. But I don't know, maybe I'll make a look specifically for that lipstick. All right, everybody, and that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed the look. Obviously, if the lips are too much for you with the black smoky eye, just change it out for a nude lip. I feel like this is more brown red than what I originally was going to do, but I don't hate it. Like, I think it actually turned out really, really pretty. So make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in my next video.